Grab your snacks and secure your seats. It's all happening live, right here, right now. Buckle up because the action is about to kick off.
Good morning, curling fans. Welcome into the WCT Belgium Men's Challenger. We are Curdia. I am John. This is Pim. For those of you who don't know, we have our own channel. We broadcast the Belgian League and other tournaments, but this weekend we're taking over the WCT YouTube channel to bring you this exciting tournament. Pim, how's it going? How are you feeling for this weekend?
Yeah, I'm a bit tired. It was we traveled all the way to Zemst, Belgium, here in the middle of Europe to broadcast you this tournament. But yeah, I'm excited. We had breakfast, we had coffee. Everything seems to be running. We had a chat with a couple of players, and it feels like last year's event was just yesterday, and I'm already hyped up for this year's event. So I am ready, and I hope a lot of people will be watching. I have high expectations of broadcasting now on the YouTube channel of World Curling TV. Apparently, they have thousands and thousands of spectators. So I hope our internet will be able to carry us through the end of the game. But we have a promising event here in Belgium.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a 10-team, 3-day tournament. We've got teams from 9 different countries. We've got some new faces, a lot of new teams we haven't seen before. We've got a few new ones, a few returning ones. Really excited to see those guys again. We've got 10 teams this year as opposed to last season. We only had 6. So, really looking forward to a couple of exciting days of curling.
Yeah, and as John mentioned, 10 teams from a lot of different countries, 9 different countries, only 2 Belgian teams basically. Team Verreken and Team Dalle, as they are called in this tournament. Normally, their league name is the Desperate Housekeepers, but here they keep it formal and serious because they are not just playing this weekend, but also next weekend when there's the Challenger event to become the next Belgian national team. So maybe this could be the last time ever we see Verreken playing in their national jerseys if Team Dalle is getting prepped for that. But that's for next week. That's for Curdia TV. And as you can see here, a lot of teams from the Nordics. We have teams from Sweden, Norway, Finland. No Denmark. Where's Denmark, John?
I don't know. I guess
What's happening with curling in Denmark? Is it kind of slowing down? We should ask a couple of people out there. Yeah, we did our best. We did our promo. We went playing in Silkeborg and in Copenhagen at Tarnby. But yeah, they forgot about us.
Yep. Hey, maybe they've got other things going on. They've got their own things to worry about. Maybe they've got their challenge series coming up and they don't want to take the time. They want to focus on that. And I totally get that.
Yeah, maybe. I half get it. I mean, if you have an opportunity to be featured on Curdia and on the World Curling Tour live for the whole world on a stream, well, what's your excuse? But let's not kick him too much because we have other teams that will fill in their places. We have Team Chu, intercontinental team from China, and then we have Hungarian teams, the French national team, Team Mercier. So lots and lots to talk about. We will be mentioning them in detail during the games because during the round robin, every team will be featured at least once, some twice, and they are split up in 2 groups. John, let's introduce the groups here, starting with Group A. John.
So we have our Belgian national team, Team Verreken. We see these guys a lot. They are in the B. They play in the European B pool. The Challenge done quite well there, really solidifying themselves there. Team Westerberg, a new team to us, but Joel Westerberg, the skip, he's been in our chats and our broadcasts this last weekend, so we've gotten to know him a little bit. Looking forward to that. Team Ross from the Netherlands. I'm familiar with one player from there, Bart Klump. He plays on a team in our Belgian league. The rest I haven't seen. I don't believe I've seen. So looking forward to getting some more Dutch talent down here. Team Bjorke from, I hope I'm saying that right, because you never know with the umlauts and the slashed line how the O sounds. But I apologize to any Norwegian people out there that I'm saying this wrong. But they're also quite new. Same with the PTSE men from Hungary. So I'm really looking forward to this. A nice mix here. A little bit of Scandinavian mixed with some lower continental teams. So it could be interesting here.
Yep. And in the other group, we have the other Belgian team, Team Dalle, facing Team Shu, Team Hanninen. Hanninen played the final silver silver winner or
Silver
final
medalist, yeah.
of last year. I have high expectations of the team. The French national team, Team Mercier, they were fourth in the European B divisions. They just lost the wrong game against Poland. Otherwise, they would have reached the playoffs. Could be a very strong team. And then, of course, the German team that will be on stream here, Team Geising. The bottom teams here, well, bottom as they have 0 points, so as all of the other teams, but they will be our first featured stream. We have lots of games for you. We have 2 on Sunday, 4 on Saturday, and 3 on Friday. Man, it's harder if I do it backwards, basically.
Yeah, it's easy to go forward.
Yeah. So Friday, Saturday is group stage money time. First goal of the teams is to make sure they reach the top 2 in the group and reach the semis. So we have 3 matches. As you can see, we have 3 sheets. B sheet is our streaming sheet. So the middle column here are the games that you will be able to watch live today. And tomorrow, John, how are we going to manage tomorrow? That's my question to you.
Lots of coffee, tea, and throat lozenges for sure for me. Four sessions starting bright and early, 9 a.m. I believe, going all the way through until about 7 p.m. So 4 sessions, lots of curling tomorrow. You can see that there's actually one sheet that's only got 2 sessions, but hey, it's how it works out. Everybody's getting to play. You see Team Verreken, they'll be playing 3 matches on Saturday. They just got the short end of the stick, but it sort of helps them out because they're actually only at 3 players today. So having 1 match today, 3 tomorrow means they can get up to full strength tomorrow. So you got to wonder if that was a little bit of the home team advantage from the tournament director. Maybe, probably. Yep. But everybody still has to play the matches on the ice, so can't say too much about it.
Then on Sunday is finals day. 2 matches for you, semifinals and finals. So 1 team will be featured twice, and we will end around noon we will start around noon with the gold final, and this is kind of the thing we look forward to, because in this knockout stage it's basically money time. There is a prize pool of I think it's 2,800 euros. The winner gets 1,200 euros, second 800, and then the rest of the money is divided by 3 and 4. I don't know the exact division. We have a 5th place and 7th place game, but that's basically just for the statistics to have those teams play an extra game and have their kind of final position in the final ranking. But this is blank so far, but by the end of tomorrow evening, this will be filled in with a couple of country flags and team names. And before we start talking about the game, we should mention that here on Curdia, or here on the World Curling Tour TV, but also on Curdia, we make predictions. We try to do right predictions about the game. We do it ourselves. We make mistakes, but we often have it right as well. And we also encourage you to do so, because we have chat open right here. And there is a poll running in chat, so we will be kind of peeking in the poll. And if you guys are watching and if you want to kind of chat along, comment, basically tell things to us, you can basically communicate. We are approachable and we don't bite. We just make rare comments here and there.
It is very common on Curdia for people to point out when I'm wrong, which is very frequent. We have a hashtag for it, John's wrong. There's no H, or I will make fun of you. But other than that, everything goes. Feel free to challenge our theories, our thought processes, what shots we would choose, because that's what we're here for. We're here to talk curling. We're here to watch some good curling and just have a good time. Hope we can entertain you, and we will do our best this weekend to bring the joy into curling.
Yeah, and as we said, we do this for this event, but we basically do this for any kind of curling event, curling tournament. We've did it for the Austrian Curling Open, for a couple of events in Belgium, so that's pretty nice to know. But that's the details. Business cards are somewhere here in the canteen for the people who are here. But yeah, predictions, because this is our kind of money time. This is for us where the bragging rights can be earned. So far, it's an empty sheet. We'll try to have the perfect streak here, but for this first game, John, who gets to pick first?
I'm going to give you the honor.
All right. Team Mercier against Team Geising. As I mentioned, Mercier still a kind of a strong team, also performing pretty well in the European B division. Solid team there. They were 4th, just this close from being a spot in the knockout stages. They have 5 wins, 2 losses. So I will be putting my house, my money, and my personality all on Team Mercier. I hope the French boys don't disappoint me here.
Okay, going with Mercier. See, I was kind of leaning that way too, but often I try to counterpick because it makes it a little bit more interesting. You know, Geising, they are made up of their coach and 4 junior players, and they're the vice German or the second place German national junior team from last year. The skip is actually playing, or not the skip, the coach is playing and skipping this team, so they've got a little bit of veteran leadership there. And I think that they've played quite a lot of the European junior tournaments, so I think they've got this skills to compete here. And so, you know, I'm going to counterpick. I'm going to take the Germans today.
Ooh, the battle is on right from the start here, and I think I had a quick peek on the ice. The match has started, so I think without further ado, we can have a peek at the Zemst ice. The Zemst ice has been flooded and prepped by Mark Callan. Apparently, that's no name in curling. He has a Wikipedia page, so he should be well known.
Yep.
So yeah, let's have a look on what's happening here in Curling Club Zemst. It is 11:30 local time, and we are watching Team Mercier against Team Geising.
Trying to figure out how far along they are.
Seems to be a bit of a delay on the cameras.
Oh, that's going to be fun. Oh, network issues. That's lovely. Let's see what we can't figure out. Getting laggage there too.
All right. Well, John is figuring out the network issues. I think we'll have a little peek at the ice. So Team Mercier, they are playing with the Redstones. Eddie Mercier getting ready to throw his stone. Eddie Mercier skip off Team Mercier, but playing third position. Now, Quentin getting ready. Throw his first stone.
There we go. Let's get on the right one. Try to figure out some of these issues as we go along.
Yeah, still the first end, so teams are figuring out. The ice feels like a very open end so far, so it could be that Team Mercier is going We're all blank here, no stones in the house so far, so typically hammer teams often opt for a blank in these type of situations. We have a mistake out here. Oof! The first flash, and this is a huge opportunity here for Team Mercier, and the hammer is for Team Geising here. So Eddie will opt to put a guard in front of it.
Had this on the wrong spot then.
So yeah, this is immediately a very good opportunity here for Team Mercier.
You tricked me. You just said Geising had the hammer.
Yellow has the hammer.
They do, don't they?
Yes, yellow is Team Geising and they have the hammer.
We'll get this sorted out. There we go.
And not a perfect guard here. They really wanted it on the center line. But still not super fun fun draw here for Team Geising, although they have a bit of backing right now.
Could be going for the... Would you go for a nose hit here, or would you just kind of play like a slightly heavier draw?
I think maybe a slightly heavier draw.
Reaper's working this one. Want to make sure it gets all the way down. Heard the call for line. Still looks okay. Now trying to curl it over. You don't want that to be on the side.
Oh no. And this is not curling enough, and that's a steal of 2 here for Team Mercier, and that's already a big way to open the first end, stealing your first end here. And yeah, not the best performance by Andy. Missed his takeout with the 7 stone, and then also missed the draw with the 8 stone. They were looking at a potential blank end, but the fourth is still looking for his best performances, and so far they are looking at a steal of 2 for French team.
Yeah, tough start for Team Geising, but Mercier will be very happy to get away with steal of 2 there. I mean, it's pretty hard to be upset about that. So Yannick will be starting things off here in the second for Team Mercier. Red team leading 2-0. Yeah, this one coming into the house. All right, first stone from Johannes of the second end.
Yeah. Hier ist super.
Looking for corner guard. This one's coming over nicely, pulling him off.
Schön. Gut.
Schön.
Very nice. Gets outside the forefoot.
Cut! Cut, zack!
4-5 going for the distance here. That usually means a little bit inside the house.
Vitesse! Vitesse! Ligne okay!
Line is okay, so I guess they're sweeping for weight here, and Eddie is coming out there to help. 3 sweepers. First skip sweep.
First skip sweep of the weekend, and look at him, he knocks him out, knocks him off and says, I'll finish this myself. Trying to get it to curl over, stays just a little bit wide. See quite a few votes coming in on the poll, primarily for Mercier.
Ich denke 20, 30 reicht.
We have more
wieder.
votes for a tie than for Team Geising, so interesting choices out there.
Oh. Niemals. Right.
This one's staying wide. Is that going to flash by? It does.
Another mistake out here, and you can see a bit of disappointment on the faces over at Team Geising. Yeah, I think the worst thing that could happen is you make a couple of mistakes in the beginning of the end, and then your opponent immediately punishes you, and before you get a chance to get in the game, it feels like you're already chasing a lot. You want to try and avoid that, of course.
Vitesse!
I noticed that Team Mercier is wearing Ohio jerseys. There's the same type of jerseys we have for our Kurdia team.
Whoa, let's
Not noticed that.
Whoa.
When just not curling over the way they want, trying to push that over. Just kind of staying out there. Settles in on top of the button. Going for a hit and roll here, out to the side, get rid of that one on the button, roll the shooter over underneath yellows. Trying to build things up here, get back into this match. They don't want to fall too far behind early and have to play catch up the entire way.
Yep. Oh. Und rüber, Johannes.
So he's going to hit nicely. Oh, even catches that one in the back. Pulls out a little bit.
Yeah, a bit too deep. They were hoping to get it behind their corner guard, but I think it's still solid.
Normal!
Looks like it's sitting second or third, though, so out of the open, Team Mercier is going to say, let's get this.
Oui! Wop! Oui! Wop, kata!
Gets it around the guard. Trying to get it to roll over. Does not, catches the nose, rolls out to a bit to the outside. But still a pretty good shot, I believe. It's most important to get rid of that yellow.
I don't mind it having it sitting like outside. If you have the hammer, keeping things open, but still a potential extra point towards the end.
Yep!
Probably being tasked with
Antonio!
hit and roll, try to get this underneath their yellow, but I think this one's staying out on the nose. Might trickle a little bit to the middle, but stays out in the open. Ooh. Vice Skip's kind of saying, hey, maybe little flat double here, but I don't know if that helps them that much. Yeah, I think a hit and roll over to guard on top of that, above that red. The red shot stone would be ideal. I can break out the telestrator for this one. Maybe, yep. So just gonna want to come in, hit there, roll to about here.
Oui. Wow. Oral. Wow, oui,
Trying to push it
oui.
over some curl.
Wow, wow.
Now the line, now off. Is that, ooh, not quite enough roll. Trickles a little bit. So leaves that shooter out in the open, or leaves the shot stone out in the open.
So, den nochmal. Und dann wirklich 30.
Andy looking to try for a hit and roll here, try to get rid of this red, roll underneath. There, yellow. Antonio tasked with this job.
Oh. Jari.
Now wanting the curl. Ooh, it's a bit outside, so catches one,
Okay.
slides underneath the back, so got the first part done, getting the hit. Just rolled the wrong way, so Team Geising just a little bit off with their lines on this ice. Maybe it's not curling as much as I thought it would, or just a little bit unforgiving.
Ah,
Or I'm the commentator curse today.
You could be. Yeah.
Quoi? Non, non, 5-6. 3-4, c'est une garde.
And interesting,
J'ai pas lâché. J'ai pas-
Eddie, you're kind of closely watching the stone as he releases.
Not quite sure what they're doing here with the sweeping, but they were kind of both pushing hard against each other.
Oui, 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 oui.
And they're trying to bring this one as deep as they can.
Yeah.
Take
Okay.
anyway 80 double, I think.
Ouais, c'est- Aber hier rüberrollen ist auch in Ordnung.
So looking for a little hit and roll. They could either stop here or continue further out there. I don't think getting out to this double is going to be easy or worth the effort. So
Oh. Oh. Johannes.
trying to push this over. Nope, still staying outside. Gets rid of one. Is that going to catch the one in the back? Jams on the one in the back. So only one out of the house, but that was the shot one.
Pardon.
Sort of rolled back a little bit more, so scoring area is a little more open, a little wider.
6, 7.
6 or 7, that's about as much French as I know.
Well, you had a croissant for breakfast, so that's
Yeah, un croissant. And I'm probably pronouncing that wrong too. So please, any of our French speakers out in the internet, out on the internet, please tell me I am wrong. It is fine. It's the only way I'm going to learn. Although it'd be pretty hard to give pronunciation corrections in text.
if you see people typing in phonetic language in chats, that would be very special. Starts to curl. Will it over curl though?
C'est bon, c'est bon.
He likes it.
But going to be deep. I might as well sweep that back as far as I can. Wow, that actually carried a lot deeper than I was expecting.
Yeah. And 2 red stones there in the back. And, Team Geising, obviously, they want to score at least 2 points on their hammer. Trying to get hammer efficiency, especially after that steal of 2 in the first end. But Team Mercier is in control here.
Are we sure Andy's mic is unmuted?
I'm not sure, so we might have to double check. I don't hear a lot of skip voice there.
I'll go take a look after
Yes,
in between
good.
ends.
Owen,
Oh,
where's
no,
up?
there he is.
Hat
Okay.
nach Platz. Go. Go.
For the curl,
Okay.
trying to get this to finish over in front of one of those
check.
reds. Use a little backing. Pretty good. Still a bit of a gap, but this brings those red jammers into play.
Yeah, it's important. It sits in front of those red stones, makes it harder to take out for Team Mercier. Doesn't seem to be very happy, satisfied with the stone there.
No, I think he really wanted that one all the way down frozen just to make sure. Because
Yeah.
like this, there's still so much
Jawohl,
room.
da war's hier, ne?
They don't even need to do much but a little bit off nose, and their own red will sit in front of the red. So
Yeah, and a good takeout here will be a 4-1 situation for Team Geising. That's not really what you play for if you have the hammer. Sometimes you just have to accept what you're given.
Boost! Boost! Go, 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 go! Parfait!
gets rid of one of their own, but not really an issue.
No, I
They're
don't
still
think that
sitting
matters.
3.
Important thing was yellow's out, and basically this doesn't change the situation. Still a 4-1. It's impossible to blank here.
Challenge accepted.
You're,
There is, I think, just for grins and giggles, you have coming out here, you have to throw it super hard, do a nice flat one there, which would then take this out, and Bob's your uncle. But yeah, I don't think anybody's going to actually try that, because that's
Yeah.
a super flat across house double. I mean, it'd certainly be our highlight of the year, highlight of
yeah.
the weekend for sure, but
I'm
it's-
doubting even top teams would even try and
They
attempt
wouldn't
that
even
kind of
look at
stone.
that, no.
Just basically take your one and move on. But that's easier said than done sometimes.
Linie!
Yeah, they had a draw for one in the first, and they missed it. So
Yep!
got to make sure this one's here. I guess one's got to be full
Okay.
4 foot. And honestly, since they have that backing behind the tee, just bring it down.
Auf, Jungs!
Come on,
Okay.
trying to get that there. Keep going.
Is it deep enough?
No.
I don't think so. I think he
As-
kept it light, and they had a bit of backing, so that is very unfortunate. To like the tolerance is just better harder than leaving it light.
Yeah, so another steal for Team Mercier.
And it's not going to be a very happy feeling here if you're the fourth. Wouldn't say from his facial expression, but I think yeah, he gets the support of his team. That's important. It's still a long run, still a couple of games to go. But yeah, it doesn't feel super satisfying leaving those, let's say, quote-unquote 3 points, leaving them hanging.
Yeah, no, you never want to leave points out on the ice, especially when you've got a relatively straightforward stone. I mean, you had the backing, the shot stone was behind the tee line. They just had to draw up against it and tap it a little bit, would have been fine.
Yeah, the spirits are super high over on the French side. Things are going their way so far, leading 3-0 to love, as they would say in tennis and in French. It took me a while to figure out that when they said love, it didn't have anything to do with love, as in the English word, but it was just French word for an egg.
Yep.
Ligne
I was just
parfaite.
about to bring that up. I learned that. It's like, huh, okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
The rest of the tennis scoring system, why they go 15, 30, 40?
Fini,
Well,
Aurel,
that's...
fini.
I'm sure there's an explanation for it, but I just don't find it to be a good one. Ooh, they have dismantled our interview booth. So this one carries into the house, but Geising, Team Geising is going to is going to leave it alone, play the corner guard, try to build something up.
Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. Oh.
Feels a bit heavy, and he's trying to sweep it out, keeps carrying, and this stone goes out, still into play, but not the stone they were hoping for.
No,
Ah!
seems like Geising is struggling with weights and lines so far in this match, and Mercier is punishing them.
Yeah, Mercier is not really. They're having a 3-point lead, but it doesn't feel like they had to fight hard to get those points. Basically, they were given.
They're more or less gifted them because
Yeah.
Geising had the stone in their hand to score at both ends, and
Vas-y, Aurel, go. Allez, pousse.
trying to
Allez,
get this one over. It's going to half cover. Freeze up against. Not quite. A little Swedish curl there. Johannes with his second stone.
Yeah.
Sweepers are on this one.
What's up?
Going for that corner guard. Seems to be all right. Is that going to over curl a little bit?
Good.
Weight is okay. Maybe it goes a little bit outside, but it's still a useful corner guard there.
Si ta voiture cachée là, ça va.
All right, Eddie saying, let's go in here behind these reds. Try to use those overlaps to their benefits. Since they are their own guards, then their own stones, that makes a lot of sense.
Hop. Kata, kata.
Get this one to curl, trying to push it over.
Ça reste.
Just does not seem to be getting out there. A little bit heavy. It's going to drift into the back of the house. Andy trying to pull it out the back, but not quite there. And Eddie said parfait, but I don't think he really means parfait. I know that parfait means perfect.
Yes.
So look at me. I'm learning.
What for
French,
French,
a
a parfait.
Yep.
And as we watch this
Collega.
game, John,
Collega.
you can see we have a
Uitlaat.
3-sheeter here.
Oh.
2 other games going on at the same time. We have a Onshide team Shu, the Chinese team, playing the finalist of last year, the Finnish team, Team Haninen. And then on sheet C, we have a Swedish team, Team Westerberg, playing the Dutch team, Team Ross. Heavy takeout here for Team Mercier. Lots of weight on the stone. Sweepers are on it to keep the line straight. Clears the guard and almost taps in an extra red stone, but excellent stone here for Team Mercier, for Kilian.
Have an update from those other sheets. Zhu leads Hananen 1-0 in the third end. We have a similar score, same score on sheet C. Roos 1, Westerberg 0, also in the third end. A couple of blanks on those the opening ends of that match. Those matches. Excuse me. Calling for the line.
Oh.
Now staying off it.
Martin. Johannes. Cool.
Now wanting this one to curl
Kollege.
over.
Oh.
Feels a bit on the heavy side. That seems to be tracking through the house. It's going to tick on that red. And settles down, stays in the house, but
Okay.
not quite where they needed it. Sitting out in the open, could hit and roll over.
Comme ça, je pense, par contre. Pile.
Could even go for kind of a
C'est au balai,
flat
hein.
double here.
C'est au balai.
Flattish double. Come out here against that yellow, get onto that yellow. Just kind of clean everything up.
Allez, coup double. Pile.
Peel weight here.
I love it when they tell me how hard it's going to be.
Mets-toi là, Kiki.
Yeah, John,
C'est pas grave.
the interview
non,
boots
c'est pas
you
grave.
kind of built,
Non, non.
you were using part of a carpet. They needed to roll out here, so
Yeah, so we'll figure it out.
Oui.
There we go, call for the sweep.
Oui.
Oh, catches it a little bit, so gets rid of the one.
sweepers had to be on it. With this weight, even the slightest touch would do the job, but it was a hard job trying to avoid this stone from over curling. They kind of hoped for a double takeout. That was not the case.
Yep. Geising wants to score, so need to get something behind those stacked reds.
Platz. So. So. Viel Platz. Oh.
Plenty of
Whoa.
space. The speed is just going to carry it deep. Is that going to get on top of that red back there?
Starts to curl real nice. It's slightly
This-
exposed though. The question is, should they have swept it a bit to kind of bury it behind the red stones? Although it's already quite deep. It's behind T line. I think Mercier would have just followed up with an equal draw.
Oh, Titi.
Now opting to
And
tap
they
and
have a
roll out.
hit. Yep.
Yeah, that's one of those situations. If it needs a bit of curl, on the one hand, you want to kind of bury it, sweep it in behind the guards. On the other hand, yeah, if it's too deep and doesn't really, it's too good because you know Team Mercier would have tried to do the exact same draw.
Oui. Oui. Wow.
Calls hard for the sweep and calls him off and then calls it back on.
Push. Push. Roll.
Gets that one around the guard nicely. Unfortunately, curled over a little bit too much, takes out their own, but they're still sitting in a pretty strong position there. But yeah, I think there's a get out onto the right side of this redstone. Just come out here, roll a shooter, roll that one away.
viel Platz. Sehr weit. Sehr weit. Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's very wide, needs to curl a lot. Well, sweeper's trying to sweep the curl here.
Weg. Weg. Er ist doch viel zu schnell. Weg, habe ich gesagt.
Yeah, I think the stones that are a bit too fast and a bit wide, they just
Stay out there. Yep.
it only starts to curl once they really slow down. Works great if you want to kind of finish it off, but with these slightly heavy stones,
Not gonna lie, the French shirts with that cross, it looks a little bit Finnish, but also a little bit Norwegian with the red.
yeah.
If they didn't have the red, then it's Finnish, but with that red, kind of reminds me of the Norwegian flag. But it is the French colors, so
Yeah, a lot of European countries have that white, blue, red combination. I think it's with also with the World Curling Federation, you often have to have one colored jersey and one light colored jersey, and light is basically, in terms of World Curling Federation, means white or yellow. And since not a whole lot of teams have yellow in their country flag, except for maybe Sweden, Belgium, it results in a lot of countries having white white jerseys. So it was very noticeable on these international events that it's when the white team is practicing, it's basically all white on the ice, except for maybe the one yellow team.
little guard here. Just draws in, closes up that one, protects that one on the center.
Geising is in a bit of trouble here. Mercier is trying to steal with that stone on the pin, and nice triangular guard set up in front of it. Almost have to go for this kind of run back double takeout and then see how the angles line up the best. They're looking at how those two red stones are sitting. And if they would be able to clear two guards and get rid of that shot stone, that would be a huge value for money situation here.
Yeah, you can see from the overhead they are kind of lined up. Just needs to be a little bit on the outside of the nose on this one to come to that, and hopefully catch that at an angle. Certainly not a given, but
then again, Andy had some minor flaws in previous stones, so starting to curl real hard here, and it misses. But then again, the shooter stays in a position where they can retry a run back, but definitely, not the stone they were hoping for here. See, looking at that run back, and also looking at the way those yellow stones are sitting in the back, serving as potential jammers. Still a kind of favorable situation for the French team, as they are stealing one virtually, but then again.
So for me, I like what they're looking at here, is putting something behind that yellow, because you want to force them to run your own stone back. That way, if it jams, you're scoring. But if you allow them to run their own stone back, then it could potentially, it makes it a lot easier for them. So if they can get this, I'm thinking they're going to try to split, and then move it in under here.
Yeah, I think also, if you're looking at it, there is a potential double takeout here. If you clear both red stones, then you can score 3 if you're team guiding. So that's also an option they don't like to see happening, and something Geising might try.
They might be forced to. Honestly, if you're down by 3 on this end, 2 consecutive steals and a potential third one, you might have to try something crazy just to try to get back into it instead of waiting too long. This one drawing down.
Go, 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 go!
Starts to curl real hard here.
Go, 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 go!
Small tap of yellow.
Ouais, parfait.
There is the parfait. And now let's see Team Geising looking like where this is this last stone of reds sitting. It takes out 2 yellow stones, so I think it's sitting third. Takes away an option for Geising to score 3.
Yeah, I think they only have the option for 1 right now, and that's...
Now they have the option for... yeah, it's depending if it's sitting second or third. I think if it's sitting second, they need to run back their yellow. If it's sitting third, then they might opt for that double takeout, but looks like they're going for the safe option here. Running back yellow into red.
I think the margin for error for coming on this one is so small because it's that red one overlaps here.
Yeah.
That it just it makes it too difficult to go. So I think this is the option is to come back and run a jam on that.
And also running back their reds gives the risk that the shot stone jams on the yellow stones, and all of a sudden, unintentionally, Mercier could steal 3 or 4 if you really have bad luck. So going for, let's say, the obvious, straightforward option to score 1, settle for 1, but again, this is a force to 1 here.
Mercier has been in control every end of this match. This one is no exception. Needs to get it on the right angle.
Oh, excellent.
Great stone. Good finish.
Yeah, and this is exactly what Andy needed to kind of boost his morale. And now, where he did not manage to kind of reward his team for the hard work, he did with this stone. And they just score 1, but it feels like they just scored 5.
Yeah, it's a good weight off their shoulders. Gets them back in the match. Gets them on the scoreboard. They can take solace in this.
And yeah, it's not noticeable here, but Gary put up our banner. It was nearly perfect, and then Andres wanted to touch it, make it parfait, as Team Mercier would say it, and then the whole thing collapsed. All right.
So Geising is starting things off here. Johannes throwing first stones here in end number 4. They trail Mercier 3-1. This one carrying deep. There's that kind of weight. Struggle with their weight. They come into the house and back of the 8-foot.
For a minute there, it felt like Eddie was sitting down on the bumpers, but that was the that was just an illusion. He's squatting.
Whoa! Whoa!
Goes for the hit and gets the roll over. Nice stone.
Right.
Geising following up with their own hit.
Yeah.
Nope, sorry, going for the draw here.
Was good.
This one's feeling very light, trying to get this over.
Oh.
And there it goes, gets over. And settles in just on the center line. Yes, just on the center line. Woohoo.
Vitesse! 7-8! 7-8! Ça reste ou pas? Ça reste? Allez, Oren! Allez, pousse!
Trying to
moteur.
split the
Oui.
house here. They're a little deep.
Oui! Parfait!
Trying to bring that into the back. He says perfect, but I know he doesn't mean perfect. But it is better there than up above the tee line.
Oh, nur Länge. Yep. Linie. Yep.
Calling up for the line.
Yep. Auf geht's, ja, super. Oh. Noch ein Stück, noch ein Stück, noch ein Stück.
Just ticks it and it trickles into the house.
Oui! Oui! Oui, oui, il y a le feu! Parfait!
And there's a double takeout, trying to make sure Yellowstone doesn't messes up the place over on Shire.
Bien joué, Kiki.
Nur Länge. Nur Länge. Wo ist er?
Calling off the sweep.
Oh, Johannes, Antonio.
Now calling for a curl, trying to get this to tick
Oh,
over.
oh.
Bit on the heavy side, and that is going to go in between.
Ah.
Wow, 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 wow. Vite. Oui, Kata, oui. Oui, oui, vas-y, vas-y, tu
And
peux y
to
aller, go.
push this over.
Go.
Really want to split the house.
Hop, hop, hop.
Yeah, nicely done.
Kata.
Reich doch hierher. Wie willst du spielen? Lieber schneller? Willst du lieber schneller spielen oder langsamer? Wir rollen bloß hierher. 20. Oh, gar nix. 14. Johannes. Oh. Ich habe noch weniger schon gehabt.
CA still in a strong position here with those two stones on the house.
Comme Aurélien.
Although they are behind the tee line, so not necessarily something they really want to
3-20 toujours.
defend. But I think as long as Geising doesn't have anything in the house or anything to score with, then more or less just keep it open.
Pas lâcher. Assuré.
We're gonna have to ask them about this sweeping technique they're doing here, where both sweepers are pushing hard opposite directions.
Yeah, never seen that before.
No,
And it was intentionally because you could see
yeah, the signal from.
giving that signal like
Ah, pardon. Tu vois combien?
Unfortunately, that one draws through the house, so gonna go for the
Hold
hit
in.
and roll here, try to get over.
Mach mal den. Null. Oh. Oh. Gary.
Trying to push this one over. It's just not getting there. It's gonna hit the hit, but rolls out of the house.
Ja, noch weniger Eis kann ich halt nie geben.
Just not curling enough for them over there.
and they are struggling indeed a bit with finding the right place to put the brew and finding that curl.
Eh oui.
Wonder how much the ice has changed from the warm-up period to now during the match. More stones going off. Obviously things changed, but was it more frost on the ice at the beginning? So during the warm-up, so they were experiencing more curl.
I don't know. I
Même
mean,
hauteur, même
guys think they had
hauteur, hein.
second practice, so
Oui.
normally they were a bit closer to ice
Derrière la
conditions than the
pile.
first ends.
Oui.
And Team Mercier.
Oui. Oui. Allez, pousse. Pousse, Kiki. Allez, pousse,
Trying to
pousse,
get
pousse,
that
pousse,
one down.
pousse. Allez, arrache, arrache, arrache. Jusque ça, bordel.
There we go. Gets it into the
Ah, bah, ouais,
house.
s'arrêter, les gars.
High, wide. Very nice. Keeps things nice and split.
Vorrollen würde schon erstmal reichen, um irgendwo hier herrollen.
Looking that there's a double there, but I don't really know if there is.
Ich glaube, die können nicht.
Yeah, it's worth a try. I mean, if you have to take out a redstone anyway and roll out, you might as well find that angle and get that bonus double takeout if possible.
Ja. Also mindestens eine Null. Null.
Stone underway here. Been good on the hit, but again, just kind of staying out there. Stays biting on the house, but doesn't roll over that they want. They wanted to get that behind or in front of that red, maybe use it as backing.
Yeah, Mercier, they have hammer, and they are looking at a house that could give them 2 points.
Eventually 3. Yeah, you saw Eddie sweeping out there. He's going to want to draw this one around, get behind, use that yellow as a guard. Force Geising to come out into the open.
Vitesse. Vitesse.
Calling for speed.
Yep.
Lâche tout.
Looks okay to me. Is that going to curl over enough? Not sure.
Feels very wide. I think it's going to carry through the house, and yeah. It is. Geising is trying to sweep it out. It's important it's out.
Bah ouais, bah faites-le.
And now, yeah, a bit of a mistake here on Mercier's side, because this gives Geising a big opportunity here to set up their own force to 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a potential double, potential steal of 2 if they get this right, and Mercier misses.
Yeah, shouldn't be the hardest of draws, of course. 8 foot kind of will be sufficient for full 4 foot will also be sufficient, but then again, yeah, drawing against 2 brings maybe a little bit of stress, although I don't think a team like Mercier, experienced as they are, would feel stressed for delivering an open draw.
Yep.
But first things first, this red has to go. That's the important thing.
And they need the yellow shooter to stay.
Yep.
And there it goes. Very nice. Keeps the house split. Really only option is a nose hit or a draw.
And final stone here. The first half of the game, Team Mercier setting up, Quentin looking to make this, score this 1 point.
Ah, pardon. Pardon.
All right, and it's a 4 and break here at this point.
Oui, non, mais faut pas arrêter. Je pense que ça, la Quentin, au Ferrantamaki, je pense qu'elle reste.
We are going to hop back to the booth really, really quick.
En 12-27, je veux bien. En 12-27.
So yeah, close game so far. A couple of mistakes, especially on the Geising side, which lets Team Mercier to have a 3-point lead. But I think, yeah, once they figured out the ice, they can kind of work their way in. Also, Mercier showed they are not completely flawless. They made a little mistake here in the last end, allowing Geising to kind of set up a force for 1. But yeah, interesting first 2 ends. I remember in the first end, he had a missed takeout, and then right after a draw that was slightly too heavy, giving Mercier basically the steal for 2. That was a bit wide, a bit heavy, tapped on that backing stone, but then rolled out. And then in the second end was again a draw that was a bit too short, a draw with a bit of backing, left too short, and a second steal for Team Mercier, 3-0. But luckily for Team Geising, they managed to kind of get their way into the third end, and I remember that very good run back to score 1. Also, Mercier set up a good force to 1 there, but third time was the charm. And I think everything is still possible, although Mercier should be able to work their way towards the victory here. If I have a quick peek at the polls here on YouTube, about 63% of our viewers are rooting or are guessing basically that Team Mercier will bring the victory home. That is also the case here at our booth. John is doing some minor adjustments to the camera, but I picked Mercier here. John immediately counter-picked me here with going for Team Geising. So far, I am winning the prediction, so I feel pretty great about that choice. But still, it's just one prediction in a series of 9 games, 3 today, 4 tomorrow, and then 2 on Sunday. Let's have a quick peek at the schedule, because now we are halfway in this game, Team Mercier against Geising. But Hungarian men's team are getting ready for their next game later today against Team Westerberg. And then we finish off with the evening session, 6 o'clock. Team Ros, the Dutch team, who is playing right now on sheet C against Team Westerberg. They will be playing Team Bjorke. And in the meanwhile, John,
Hi.
welcome back to the booth. You did a quick adjustment on the camera right there.
Hopefully it works. And am I muted still? No.
Nope, I don't think so.
Nope. Okay.
Yeah.
They've already started up again.
Yes, so
we
let's
can join them and see if everything is getting back in action.
Yeah, a steal of 1, so a bit of a forced error there.
Good result for Geising. Let's figure out which stone they're on. Let's see, they've played 4 stones. There we go. Now we've got everything in order. Brom saying awfully lonely. Yes, he was. I had to go adjust the camera and then took advantage of my wait time to take a little bio break. For whatever reason, this camera has decided it does not want to play nice today.
Yeah, there are a bit of network issues here. Didn't have it during the league, but always happens when you have a bigger event. Then the curling devils, they know. It's not as worse as we had it in December. In December, there were real big network issues where we had to cancel a couple of streams because the bandwidth was not just there.
Oui! 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 Push! Push!
Gonna push this one over.
Whoa. Oh.
Gets the hit. Eventually.
Yeah, spoiler alert here. Yeah, there's just...
And it's really just that one camera.
No, now both of them are.
Oh, is it both of them?
Yeah, so John went out there to fix it, and now they're both...
I mean, it works.
And that's the hard part, because the audio still is accurate, but then the video footage has delay. So at some point you could hear Eddie Mercier say, yeah, feet, but the lip sync was very French.
Oh! Yep! Oh! Oh! Yep! Yep!
And double takeout here for Team Geising. Yeah, again, Team Mercier started very strong. 3 points after 2 wins. 2 steals basically, but the scoreboard is better looking for Team Geising halfway in this game.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Roule! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Parfait! Pas lâcher pareil, pas une glisse pareil. Putain, mais ça le fait.
Gets the hit, gets the roll over.
Excellent hit and roll here, exactly what they wanted.
Oh! Dans X! Antenne! Yep! Aligne! Oh! Yep! Oh! Go! Oh! Oh! Erst noch viel schneller.
Trying to curl this one around.
And they're looking for that kind of corner freeze up against red,
Good.
and this
Schön gespielt, Antonio.
seems to be decent.
And
Taps
a
red.
little bit of a tap.
Yeah, freezes are one of the hardest shots to make. Everything has to be perfect. Line, weight, communication, sweeping.
Allez, bien joué. Oui, oui, wow, wow, oui, 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 wow, roule, roule, go, 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 wow, wow. Merci Kiki. Allez, bien joué. Ouais. Ah, j'ai pas entendu. J'ai pas entendu. Oui, toi, j'ai entendu, toi. Il m'a pas, il m'a rien dit. Et moi, j'appuie. Genre, des fois, j'aimerais trop faire des matchs en balayeur. Juste un match, ouais, ça me régalerait. De me sentir utile autrement, tu vois. Toi, c'était où? C'était à Bienne, là? Si on perdait contre...
There we go. Wrong skip. Thought I was hearing French. You should be hearing German.
Auf geht's! Okay.
Push that one out to the side.
Yeah, not a whole lot of curl on that side.
Gets rid of, or taps one, rolls out, gets rid of the second.
Good work.
C'est pas très net sur cette piste. C'est même plus de boucher tal. Oui! Oui! Wow! Wow! Oui! Oui!
Going for the hit. Pulling up. Trying to get some roll out of it, but that one is going to just trick a little bit to the inside. Keeps the house split.
Yeah, I think still kind of like it for Mercier. They have 3 stones in the house scattered around. Middle is more or less open, although Geising still has that center guard taking use, and now they're kind of doubting. Are we going for the freeze? Or should we try and draw behind our guards?
Mal noch ein bisschen weniger. Maximal 0, 10. So was in der Drehe. Ha? Help! Oh! Help! Help! Oh! Oh!
Going for a line here. Good hit and roll.
Gets
Would
the
be nice.
hit. Where is that going to roll over to? Just comes underneath that red, so it's going to be sitting second shot.
Comme ça, Quentin, comme ça ou comme ça? 5, 6, devant la tue!
already sitting one. Let's try to take advantage of this yellow guard out there, get something behind it. See if they can't get 2 or more. Really put
Vitesse.
some pressure on Geising for the second half of this match.
Ligne OK. Attention. Vite. Bon. Ligne parfaite. Devant la tille. Wow. Lâche tout. Lâche tout. Lâche tout. Lâche tout.
Gets around the guard. Or it looks to be. Yep, plenty of room.
Elle est juste trop
I
belle.
do not have x-ray vision, so I cannot see, but I believe this settles down. Yep,
Oh,
it's going to
nice.
settle down nicely there.
That's excellent.
Bevægninger. Order. En freeze. Noch ein bisschen mehr. Also 410, 420.
Geising going to try to corner freeze this. Or even possibly tap it away if they can get around the
aus.
guard.
Schnell aus. Noch nix. Achtung. Oh. Oh.
Trying to push it around. They will be there now. Ooh, here we hear some frustration from
And that was a bit of a spoiler.
Andy.
So I think it just taps and goes through. A bit of a deja vu of something we witnessed in the first end. Just slightly too heavy, and then the curl is just a bit too late. And this leaves Mercier with a draw for 3 here.
Yep.
That could be huge results, and they all already sitting 2, so it's not really like they can mess this up. Although there's always a possibility, but I don't see how they can make this situation worse.
Yeah,
Should be a
he's-
straightforward draw.
Should be. He's looking over there like, is there a way to possibly get those 2 yellows out
Normal,
and,
ouais.
and score
10.
4? But
Think
I think they are. Nose hit.
Ouais, 10, 10
interesting.
et demi.
Nose hit here might send that yellow off to there. So
that could be a wild shot, and if they make it, their score leads could grow by a couple of points.
Oui. Oui. Oui.
for the sweeps.
Oui, elle est parfaite. Allez, pousse. Allez, pousse. Pousse.
Trying to get this over. It's going to be a little bit wide, I think.
Pardon. Oui.
Let me see it
Ah,
just
putain,
a
on est cool.
little bit outside. Oh, there's a swear jar. Catches it
mais
just
on
a
est
little
cool.
bit over.
Still
Yellow
3.
gems on yellow. Is that 3?
I think so. I think the yellow in the
Ah
back
ouais?
is
Et genre... Ah non, non,
it's
non.
just sitting in the back of the 12 foot. So I'm calling it 3, which means score lead 6-2 here for the French national team Mercier. That's a strong result here coming out of the break with 3 points, and now it's up to Team Geising to see what plan they can come up with to close that gap. They basically have 3 more ends, 2 hammers to score 5 to win, maybe 6 if you assume that Mercier might score some points as well. That's a tough mission.
Yep. Yeah, and they've been chasing the entire match. So I think that's going to make it more difficult on its own. You just haven't been playing quite as sharp, and now suddenly you've got to really focus and bring it in.
Devant la tille.
I think Team Mercier is just going to put something in the house here. You don't have to start with center guards anymore, having this 4-point score lead. A bit deep, this one.
They would like to have had that one above the tee, but
3.
not too bad. They're still going to go for a corner guard here. Geising going to try to build something up. You can't score without guards.
Yep.
And so that is what they're going to try to do.
Il y a une bosse, t'as vu là, il y a une bosse. Sur le trait.
Forlænge. Ja. Linje er super.
This one looks a bit heavy as well. That's going to carry into the house, which is really not what they wanted.
Yeah, this is quite heavy, especially if it had to be a guard, but yeah. Yeah, they need those guards at this point. Mercier showing no mercy, just not letting that yellow stone sit around there for too long, taking it out.
Oui. Whoop. Whoa. Oui. Whoop.
Coming in, going to be a little bit on the inside. Actually takes both of them out, but the shooter sits in there.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing. If you're trailing 4 points, then your opponents, they basically have a little bit of tolerance of making minor mistakes. It doesn't really matter. You can start playing the scoreboard, keeping things open.
Yep.
Whereas Team Geising, they are in a situation where they have to play a nearly perfect game to try and make a comeback.
Ja, kør. Kør. Yep. Oh.
Set up that counter guard again, or corner guard, excuse me. This one
Good.
a little bit more of a center guard than a corner guard, but still a usable guard. You normally would like that one outside of the 4 foot, outside of those 2 tram tracks there, but beggars can't be choosers at this point.
Nope. Vitesse! C'est très haut! Kiki! Kiki!
Trying to curl this one over, just doesn't seem to want to move that much to the right.
Pas de double cachette, ça c'est sûr.
Eventually settles on the pin, a little Swedish curl just for the fun of it. Now setting up a double here for Geising. Not sure if they'll actually take the double or if they will play for a hit and roll. Preferring to get behind their own guard.
Ja. Blijven. Forlænge. Linje er super. Warten. Niks. Niks. Schneller aus. Lass ihn aus.
Nope. I was even wrong. They're setting up another corner guard. This one coming a little bit deep is going to end up in the house.
Something tells me we're going to see
Okay.
Mercier closing that center line. They have 2 stones there. One very good stone sitting in front of the pin. So they are going to defend that as long as possible, forcing Geising into just scoring one or maybe even stealing here.
Whoa.
Kiki!
Kiki, would that be the nickname of Killian?
I would believe so.
Kiki!
Go.
This one is wide. Is it going to even touch
Ouch.
it? No. Flashes right by. So
Yeah, so they have their 1 or 2 misses, Mercier, but Geising not able to punish that enough to be in this game and to kind of give them a tough time here.
yep. Now another opportunity. Try to get these out. This one I feel like should be some weight behind it.
Yeah. Verbally also finds a roll behind.
Nope,
they're
actually
going for
playing
it.
this a draw, trying to cover this
Oh,
stone in the house before they go after
oh, oh, oh,
those reds in the middle.
oh.
This one curling along, settling down.
Good.
Sehr schön indeed. And I know that was just terrible pronunciation. I'm fighting a little bit of a cold. Not that that's really an excuse, 'cause my pronunciation would be terrible anyway.
Ça me plaît pas trop de faire. Ouais.
Comme ça, on défend.
Ouais. Bah normal. Ouais. Là j'aurais par comme
Plenty
ça.
of options here. You've got the hit and roll. You've got a double.
Ouais.
And
Yeah. Looks
the
like
match over on sheet A, is there a break
Dis-le
or did it end?
T'es au
See
bon endroit.
I
some
think it's
players
just
walk in.
it's just between the end, so somebody maybe had to take a
Dommage,
quick
Aurélien.
bio.
Il fallait que ça arrive.
Not a lot
Or
of
they had
points
their
scored
coach
there.
discussion. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
could be. Yeah, could be as well.
lots of blanks over there. They just finished the sixth. They haven't put up the score yet, so we'll have to look at that one in a little bit. Trying to get this one. They want to pick it. It's going to be a little bit light or a little bit thin, so that's going to slide out. Only gets rid of the top guard there. Not what they wanted. Very tight game over on sheet A.
Yeah, indeed. And,
Bloß
Team
hinter.
Hanninen
19 reicht, Backline.
is basically showing a lot of strength. They mentioned up front that they have high expectations from Team Xu. Also, Gary said Team Xu could be one of the possible candidates to reach the final, but they keep Xu from scoring big ends here, and they are still in the race.
Oh. Mach nix. Oh. Oh.
Trying to curl this over. Is that going to get rid of the red? It does, but unfortunately that shooter slides out and the red doesn't get all the way out of the house, so...
No, and the unfortunate thing is red is even sitting better than the Yellowstone. So that means yellow is sitting third and not second.
Quick update on the other
La même
sheets.
lâché puis.
We can see Zhu and Hadanen all knotted up at 2 in the 7th end. And over on sheet C, Westerberg is leading Ross 4-1 in the 6th. So
Ouais, voilà. Sur l'autre rouge, c'est parfait. Hein. Juste lui niquer la cachette.
seeing 2 blanks over on sheet A and another blank over on sheet C. Nothing here on B. Everybody's scoring at every end.
We picked the right match to stream here. Blanks are exciting if you're a player, but I think for the viewers sometimes not that much excitement.
Trying to hold this one. It's going to get rid of the yellow, but will that red shoot out through? And it is going to.
You can see Eddie was kind of hoping for a slightly better roll here, I think. But if there's one thing they're doing right here, it's basically preventing Team Geising to really make a big end so far. Geising having that one guard there. Down to the last 3 stones of this end.
Länge. Up. Linie.
This one feels tight. Starting to curl over. This one's very light. Pitches a big curl, and that's going to double up their guard there, but which isn't necessarily something they wanted to do.
Ouais, après, s'il y a les volantis, c'est parfait, hein.
So those those double yellow
Ligne
guards
parfaite.
going to be good
Wow,
for
check.
Team Mercier. They can try to come in behind this.
Wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, laisse-la devant. Laisse-la le
Plenty
coup,
of
le
room
coup.
around. Is this going to curl over? Think that's going to get in front of their own red, which
Ouais, parfait.
still not too bad.
And does this leave an option for Geising to maybe double them out?
Looks
With
like
a
that's
nice
what they're setting up for.
and with a nice note set here, the shooter would even end up in a shot position.
Roll. 50.
I'm just never sure what to commentate. The delay on the screen or what we're seeing here in the ice.
But
Ice all.
yeah, the good thing is you can not make an error on judgment here because
Gets rid of two, not the ones they were thinking of, but that's still all right. That's in a. Obviously, though, I think they would have liked their shooter to stay in the house. They
Yeah.
really would have liked that nose hit.
that was
Double.
the important thing. I mean, just missing the shooter. Okay, it looks nice if you do a double takeout, but the essence here was making sure your shooter sticks around because this stone has to be the second point. Just scoring one in a game where you have to catch up four is just too little on your hammer.
Yeah, hammer efficiency just not been there today for Geising.
Vitesse.
And we are probably
Okay.
going to witness another force to one here, and maybe that's the force to one too many for
Ratamaki, Aurel.
Geising.
Go, Aurel. Wow, 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 juste là, juste là. Juste là. Oui, 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 oui.
We can line this up, make
Parfait.
a nose hit. Very nice stone. So now Geising being forced to try to squeeze this one in between.
Yeah, indeed.
Now the big question will be if they give up one or even two, will we see a handshake? Will they say we're here anyway? Let's play it out.
I think they are playing Team Dalle in the third session, so then again that's only 6 o'clock tonight. Now it's close to 1 o'clock here Belgium local time. That's 5 hours away.
Plenty of time to rest.
Yeah, it looked better
X.
after that
Ek. Oh.
that 3-2 situation there, but in the fifth end Mercier scoring 3.
Oh, and this one is wide and heavy, and that is going to go out the back, and so that is going to be a steal of 2.
And this is a big steal and not the type of draw you were hoping for. You can see like what happened. This is where, yeah, we don't have all players mic'd up. Was it like wrong information from the sweepers what T-line draw weight is or another reason? But normally by the time you're in the 6th end, you have been playing for an hour and a half on average. You should have figured out a good T-line weight in order not to overthrow a draw like that. That's always easier to print that. Like, this is like obvious knowledge.
Yep.
And that's the difference between chess and curling. They call it chess on ice, but the hard thing is actually pulling off what you're trying to do. And it seems like Mercier is slightly better at doing so, even though they have a little miss here and there, but it didn't cost them the game, which cannot be said for Team Geising.
Yep. Mercier heads into the 7th end, leading 8-2. Geising has the hammer. This one just being thrown away.
Yeah, and that makes it even harder. The bigger the score leads, the more your opponent is just going to play the scoreboards, not giving you any options to make use of their mistakes or punish their mistakes or use their guards, whatever. You have to try and do it on your own strength. But 8-2 with only 2 more ends. Something tells me we're not going to witness 8 full ends here in this game. Could be
No.
the last end here. I mean,
Go.
I think what teams generally are looking for in this type of situation, I guess, in a tournament is finish off with a strong end, so you have that kind of good feeling you can take away from the game and
Good.
take to your next game. Step off the ice with the idea, okay, maybe we've lost against a team that is maybe the better team, that is acceptable, and if we can walk away with a good feeling.
I don't know if Geising is going to walk off the ice with a good feeling today. I feel like they just left too many opportunities out there.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Mercier made their mistakes, but Geising just unable to capitalize on it.
Whee.
Yeah, I think that's kind of summarizes it. It didn't feel like Mercier had a lot of pushback on this game. It was just an easy ride.
Ah, pardon. Ouais, je te voyais pas.
Steal of 1 for Geising, which was strong, and then the no-tech rule here, or the free guard zone here in effect. But yeah.
Yeah, you can't take out yet. So everybody kind of forgot that until they were reminded, hey, no. Oh, it's like, oh, yeah. And that would explain why Geising was sweeping their stone out. I was like, what's going on there? But yes, that's... If they can get it out, then they can put it back. So going for another corner guard here. And that is a nice setup.
Will it trickle in? I think it is.
Yep, just a little bit deep.
No, the hunt is open immediately here for Team Mercier, asking a normal takeout. Not going to leave anything for Team Geising to use.
Whee! Whee! Whee!
This one looking pretty good. Gets it and rolls over to the center. Parfait. Yet again, we hear from Eddie Mercier. He said that a lot. It's like me saying fantastic.
Yeah.
I did get rid of the very good, but I realized the more I watch my the videos back, I use the word fantastic a lot, so I need to find some.
Wow, fantastic and very good.
The big three. We should really come up with a bingo game. Chat figures out, gets a random card, and they get to look for my repeat phrases. So this one drawing out. This one going to carry into the house as well.
Yeah, unfortunately for Geising. And the broom was already on the ice before the zone settled down, because the call is straightforward. It's coming in, so let's take it out.
Whee! 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 Hop.
Calling him off. This is going to be fine. Oh, and it's going to roll over. That's fantastic.
As you mentioned, fantastic. One of your
Oh, jeez.
one of your words.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get like a
dictionary.
thesaurus,
20, 30.
a thesaurus, find all sorts of words for it, and then just print it up so I can just look at it and pick one at random.
Yeah, it was quite funny. I use the word fantastic a lot. I should try and find new words, and then like 1 minute, oh, fantastic.
Whoa.
Maybe I should go back to very, very
Oh.
good.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Okay.
This one gets rid of one. Slides the
What's up,
second red out a little bit, so there's a chance I can go after. We'll see what Eddie does here. Probably going to take out this guard.
Yeah. Now, a fun fact about Eddie, the Frenchman. Everybody knows France is well known for their cuisine. Some would debate that France has one of the best cuisines in the world. The Italians might disagree with that, but Eddie has his own opinion. For him, the best cuisine is found at McDonald's. So I don't know if that's blasphemy.
Probably.
As a Frenchman, yeah. It was already a bit daunting that one of the teammates noted down Italian food was his favorite. When I noticed that, I was like, oh, don't know if you can get away with that
Yes.
back at home. But by mentioning McDonald's, that's basically doubling down on that claim.
Yep. Oh, and suddenly the votes for Mercier have gone down tremendously.
No.
No. You can't unvote. That's the only thing. I'm sure there are some people who would love to.
Die
But
Line reicht.
nope. Our Mercier voters are looking pretty good.
Yes.
Verlänge.
I know at least one
Over.
Mercier voter that's going to be happy after this game, John.
Yep. Oh. Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
But those don't count.
Oh.
Freeze tap up against. Splits it a little bit, but now they're basically just guarding the red. Kind of got a double here.
C'est actif pour faire les 4.
Oh, careful.
Yeah, yeah. And last time somebody fell on the ice was Gary, the tournament organizer. That was last weekend during one of his games.
I believe Antonio from Geising slipped a little bit earlier, but maybe it was Quentin. He gets the double. Shooter squirts through, but that's quite okay there.
Yeah. No more guards for Geising.
That is what they want.
Plus de protecteurs
Länge.
for Geising, although I have no clue whether you would translate guard
Yeah.
into French as well.
Yep. In here. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Did you translate everything into French?
Yes, even a computer is un ordinateur.
Ordinateur.
And apparently they even translate the names of movies, so you couldn't recognize the title of a movie, they would invent totally new titles.
Trying for the freeze here, comes up just a little bit short.
Match de rouge, top 4.
Out in the
vas
open,
top
and Mercier going to say, let's go. And yes, it was Quentin who stumbled over the hacks earlier. But we were busy, we were distracted by something else. Now, they don't translate every title because Titanic is just Le Titanic.
Yes, but there are a couple of those that are translated. Home Alone is not Home Alone in French, it's something different.
Yep.
Oui!
I know they wanted to translate email into French, but the people resisted that.
Fort! Go, 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 go!
Gets it right on the
Oh,
nose. That deserves a parfait. Maybe I'll start using that,
Oh yeah.
but only for the French. It only makes sense in the French matches.
Zo niet veel op. Den maximal ein Stück hinter.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, Tablet spielen.
Ja. Vielleicht räumen wir ja ein Stück hier rein oder so.
Now it's still the seventh end, but for some reason that already
Zullen we
feels
het weniger
like
geven?
the last end. Although they don't have to shake hands, of course.
No, but I don't think if Geising doesn't score 2 here, I don't think
Hij
we're going to
is
see an 8th end.
Goed op den roten.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first 2 on the scoreboard over on sheet A. That's new.
Oh, yes. Zhu scoring 2 in the 7th to take a 4-2 lead over Haninen, coming in the back in the home stretch.
4-0 ist durchgerauscht, dahinter zu.
They're playing quite fast. They're already midway into the 8th end.
Yeah, and they also had a. Or did they had a break? I don't know. I don't remember. They had one coach timeout.
But yeah, that's only 30 seconds, and so between ends, not such a big deal.
Down! Yep! Oh! Oh!
This one coming over, it gets on the nose. Does it push it far enough back? It does, but it is hanging out there. And that should be a relatively simple takeout from
Après, le
Mercier.
tir-cachette, il est tellement évident que... Ou sinon, on en met pile dans la jaune. Ouais.
Trying to get a peek over on sheet C. What's going on there? Not really an update, looking like they're just about finished with the 7th end. A lot of stones on the house there.
Oui! Oui! Oui, Kiki! Allez, pousse!
Allez, Kiki!
Pousse!
Sweep, 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 Kiki!
Arrache, arrache!
And it's around the guard, takes out yellow and settles down slightly behind that center guard. So excellent stone here for Mercier. See, excellent is also a nice word you can use, John.
I think I'm going to say excellent and call everybody Kiki from now the rest of the day. Settle in, chat. You're in for one. All right, no opportunity here for
Antonio hat nur eine 4:30 gesagt.
scoring 3. Just trying to get this, salvage this one. Those of you bandwagon fans that want to get it on the poll before it closes, still a couple of minutes left before
Yeah.
we close the poll.
Yeah. Who dares to make the bold move of predicting Geising not to shake hands and then
Achtung, Linie!
have the best of comebacks
Oh!
in the history of the World Curling Tour?
Line looks good. Does this have the weight? Oh, he's going to be a little deep. And that is going to be
Another steal here.
steal of 2.
2 or 1, I think.
There's 2.
Okay. And now we'll have to watch and see what happens. As
Oh,
that's a
no,
1.
my
Yeah, see?
mistake.
You were so confident to say, no, it's absolutely 2.
Oh, but there are the handshakes.
Yes. And a well-deserved win here for Mercier, let's face it. They, and even hugs. They are extremely happy, started this tournament in a very good way, starting very strong here, sending Team Geising to the canteen, where Soup and Bread will be waiting as Eddie puts up his hat again. And think we can close this stream very short, but we have a pop-up to the booth first to quickly narrate the game. Here we are. No more room for an extra 8 end, but I think it was good for Geising. They suffered another steal. But yeah, I think just a couple of these mistakes, especially with the last 2 stones on the Geising end. I've seen draws overthrown, even I think in the sextant, where it was an open draw with just through the house. The first end, it was a mistake out, followed up by a draw that was too heavy, which led into a steal of 2. And then in the second end, again, a draw with backing that came too short and just died in front of the tee line, in front of the forefoot. Again, a steal of Mercier. We were hoping that there were some minor mistakes because halfway through it was 3-2, but I think that was still a bit of the story of the game here for Geising. Just not on par enough to really get Mercier into trouble, give them kind of a hard time. And Mercier, even with a couple of mistakes, they basically had a free roll towards victory. Or am I too hard on the German boys here?
No, I think you're right. It's they really were struggling with weight and line. So yeah, they couldn't expect to have done much in that match. Jeff's saying he's coming up for Soup and Bread. Nope, it's only for the players. We don't even get Soup and Bread. So
really,
no soup for you. Well, maybe we can get soup, but no soup for you, Jeff.
Yeah, yeah, and well, we wait for Eddie Mercier to come to the booth because we still have the interview waiting. I think you can turn on the microphone, especially for Eddie. Let's jump to the current roster here because we will have 2 more games today. We will have the Hungarian team, PTSD men, playing against Team Westerberg later on stream, which is 2:30. The game sets at 2:30. We will go live at 2:45, and then tonight we will have the Dutch team, Team Ross, playing against Team Björke. And we're waiting for Monsieur Eddie to come back here. He just passed us, but I think he's putting his broom back in the locker room.
If he remembers.
Well, I think he does. I've mentioned that in particular up front. I'm gonna wait here. Maybe he's just giving some high fives to the teammate in the locker room. But John, so far so good. Oh, he's over there. You can come here.
Yeah.
Over to the interview booth. Yeah, he thought he could join us here in the booth, but no, this is our territory. Nobody is allowed here, except for maybe people from catering who want to bring us drinks and foods. Eddie, you can wear the headphones.
And let's see. Oh, wait, is the phone on?
I don't know. I don't think so. You can
turn
it on first.
The camera did not come on. Oh.
John is making sure the camera is on, and Eddie is making use of the little moments to make sure the full jersey is viewable. Yeah, we noticed you were wearing a Ohio shirt, so that's nice to see. John is still putting up the camera. That's not noticeable for you guys. He's just really here in front of me, waving his hand there. With we can already have a peek maybe at the situation in the group stage. As in this group, we don't have final results yet for the other games, but in this group we can already confirm Team Mercier winning their first game here over Team Geising.
Everything is falling apart.
Everything is falling apart. Good to know. Well, I keep a straight face here on camera. Yeah, the interview booth had a couple of struggles. We had Andres just knocking down our banner at first.
Now he's upside down. Who was that? Allez. Do we have
There
to
it
do
is.
it like this?
We are very close to showing Eddie.
Trying to get him on screen here.
Final adjustments here. And I can already see his face. He's still wearing the blue cap. That's probably my first question I'm going to ask.
Okay.
Story about the blue cap.
Let's
All
try.
right.
There he is.
There he is. You are on screen. We hear your voices. I hope people out there hear the voices as well. But first impression of the game, Eddie. That's no problem.
Yeah.
You, I think it's honest to say you were a bit lucky in the first two ends with Geising making a couple of mistakes with a takeout that was missed or a couple of draws that were not perfect, and all of a sudden you had a 3-point lead. But halfway it was 3-2. Did you had a feeling like, oh no, maybe this game is going to be closer, or what was your talk basically during the halfway break?
Translate for French.
Donc, translate in French, that's a good one. Yeah. So, après le end numéro 4, c'est quoi la discussion entre votre team at that point? Ah oui.
Notre équipe d'attaquer, c'est pas à nous de nous mettre en danger tout de suite avec 2 points d'avance.
Yeah, so Eddie was saying at that point they had a point lead, and basically their strategy was, let's just defend that point lead, don't take unnecessary risks. A blank is good, trying to force and steal, that's also good, just a steal of one, that's also good, but let the other team try and fight their way in and maybe force an error that way. So final question, c'est quoi l'ambition de votre team ici dans le World Curling Tour Belgium? Vous êtes peut-être le gagneur,
On ne sait pas, on aimerait bien aller en demi-finale. Après, sur un match, on ne sait pas ce qui peut se passer, mais le but c'est d'aller le plus loin possible. Et si on peut ramener la coupe à la maison, on la ramènera avec grand plaisir.
Yeah, so he's saying the ambition here, the goal is to get into the semifinals. That would be a good result. And after that, we're going to have to wait how the draws are, which team we face. If we manage to get in the final, all the better. And if we can take the cup back home, even way better. Oh, and one final question. La cuisine française, c'est excellent, mais votre favori, c'est le McDonald's. Le McDo, c'est quoi ça?
Ah ouais, j'aime bien le McDo. On en a mangé un hier soir en arrivant, c'est pour ça qu'on a sûrement gagné ce matin. Le McDo, ça nous donne de la force.
Le McDo, ça nous donne de la force. The McDo gives us strength. I think on that banger we can say thanks, and we hope to see you again on stream.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. So let's come back over there. So yes, Pim is victorious. He has, oops, let me hide that. Pim is victorious. He has made the correct choice. You know, I was chasing a little bit with Geising, but I don't know. We still have lots more curling, 8 more matches to choose from. So I'm still feeling confident. I'm not out of it just yet, but I think it is time for us to say goodbye. We're going to try to hammer out some of these technical difficulties that we had during this match. Hopefully the next one will go much smoother. That is going to be in about an hour's time and is going to be the Hungarian men against Team Westerberg from Sweden.
Yes.
We're looking forward to that, and we hope you guys can join us for that.
We will welcome Joel on the right side of the YouTube channel here.
Yep.
See you then, and until then, you're going to hold your button on the bye-bye screen because I'm going to wave. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.